Dust off complete.
Nothing like it in orbit.
Here we go. We can take one out.
They're not jumping out of here. So I've blown out their grav drive.
That's two. And our shields didn't even pop. So if I remember rightly, we left it with the realization that we were going to turn this into the ship that I actually wanted to build, but for some reason was trying to build something else. You can see we have a few extra parts on it. I've been around the galaxy. I've picked up a few things. I have a build in mind. And I'm just going to embrace it now. So what I'm going to do is put it together. I'm going to strip out all of the parts on here that I don't need. I'm going to pick up all of the hubs that we have, and then I'm going to put it together. So the next screen you will be is a dismantled build, and then just like Lego, we'll piece it together, and I'll talk you through it, and then we'll take an interior, make sure it's okay, and then hopefully, well, you might have already seen some flying, but hopefully we will do some extended flying and see how she feels. And we've laid it all out, so you can see there is quite a lot of structural things. A few things here, a couple of nose cap, a braking engine, and here we have everything laid out. I have pushed it to the limit with what we can put on structurally and engines and everything weight wise, so that we are keeping that 100 mobility. We are locked in at 140 top speed at the minute, because we do have one Class B engine and 4 Class A's. So there might be a way of changing it, but purely this is just because of the space that I have and the design that I'm doing. We've got our upgraded Starship Design Rank 3 SAE 5440. That's our Class B, and then the Class A's are just 4 of the SA 4330, and they are Starship Design Rank 4. I mean, everything else is fairly straightforward. The bridge is Starship Design Rank 3. Sticking with the Demos, we've got that little bit of extra cargo capacity. It also gives us 8 crew sections, so we don't need to worry about any of the crew boosting hubs and things. We have some cargo, so 2 of these Galleon S201 cargo holds 720 cargo each, and then obviously the 2 shielded, just in case we ever need to haul around 180 kilograms of contraband. Very rare, but they're nice to have, and they fit in quite nicely. Gone for a Nova landing bay, you'll see why. And then we have the Nova wide thrusters, just for the extra thrust. They're quite nice, and just 2 of them will do. It fits in very nicely. Obviously the underturned slim docker, because that's just how I like it. You can use any of the cross braces. There is these, or there is the Nova ones. I've chosen the Hope Tech because I think they fit the style of the ship better. But just 2 of those. You can get those from Hope Tech. You can see structural things, cowlings and stuff, spines, all of this stuff. I haven't put any weapons on yet, but we will be adding some weapons. Actually, we'll see how that works with the weight, because I don't think weapons weigh anything. So we'll see, but if we need to tweak anything, we'll go over that as well. But here we are with all of our hubs. So these are not in the order that they will be installed. We have the Teo Captain's Quarters, just because it's got the curved sides underneath. I can't remember what they all look like. If we need to change it, we can change it. It doesn't really affect the design of the ship to do that. We have a Stroud Workshop, Nova Galactic Living Quarters 2x1. We have the Nova Armory. So this armory is the Captain's Armory and is purely there just for vanity. It also adds 2 more passengers, but we're not building this as a like a passenger carrying ship. This is just a sleek, all-purpose, fast ship. That's what we're going with. We have a 3x1 Tayo engineering. It is the B, the bottom B, just so we can attach things on the sides. You'll see why. But again, it curves off underneath, which is quite nice. We have a Hoptech armory. That's going to be the armory that you come into as you enter the ship from the cargo bay. Companionway, because we always need companionways. We also have another companionway up there because we're going to have one ladder that links both floors. This is a 2-floor ship. And our final one is an infirmary. You can have any of these that you want. These don't matter. It's really the placing of them. And then we have a couple of little finishing bits here, as you can see. And a nose cap and a braking engine. Again, just for flair. It's really just for my own head. We have a couple of panels here as well. These aren't necessary. I may even take these off. We will see what we think once we get it all built. But I'm going to throw this all together. Did we show the fuel tanks? They're the Ulysses HE3 tank. The M50s, I use these for everything now. I just think they're, for the mass, 25 mass, they give a really nice fuel range. You probably don't need to. 500 is probably more than enough fuel to get you across the galaxy. I haven't tested it, I don't know. But it just seems like a lot of fuel. The shield we've gone for, purely based on the mass and the recharge rate, is this Class B Dogstar Defender, the 28T. It is less than the Class C, the big circular one. It's it's 1,000. No, it's not. It's 100 max health less, but it has a faster regen rate at 7%. I guess that, I don't know if that's seconds or what. I'm not sure. I mean, it's a 7% regen rate, and it's so much lighter. So you are losing a little bit, but I think you're gaining in other areas. And if we're going for a 100 mobility build, kind of fits what I'm going with. Again, these cargo holds we may chop and change. My main focus is mobility over cargo. At the minute, you can see we have almost 2,200 kilograms of cargo on the ship. I doubt I'll ever need that. I mean, I will fill it. Absolutely will fill it. But ideally, if the weight gets too much, we start to lose a bit of mobility, I may swap those out for something a little lighter, a little less cargo. But I'm not overly worried about cargo for this. This is just an all-purpose, all singing, all dancing, hopefully fast little fighter that I've always wanted to build, and I just couldn't do with the Cabot bridge. As much as I wanted to, they ended up being too big, and the bridge was always at the front. It's not necessarily what I wanted. So what I'm going to do is put this together. You have probably already seen my inspiration for this, but I think it comes together quite well. So let's just whip this all together, then we'll have a little look at the finished piece, and then we'll have a little ship tour. And that is our slapped together Viper. Haven't coloured it yet. You can see we still have the 3 warnings because we don't have any weapons on her. But I hope you can see where we're going. We haven't put any colours on it yet. I'll do that while we're recording. I think it looks cool. Obviously the colours don't quite work right now. Everything is neat, it's compact, it's fairly long. As a Viper should be, it has that protruded nose cone. Now, the parts don't fit exactly, and you're never going to be able, without mods, you're never going to be able to rebuild a Viper in this. But with everything Starfieldy, on an Xbox you can't get mods. Certainly not at the minute. So this is meant to sort of bring the focal point. You've got the nose, and then it just branches out. I did play around with having cargo under here, but for the weight and for the cargo that you get, I'm kind of happy with that. So all of this flows and fits in quite nicely here. You come down, the oversized bridge is supposed to resemble the cockpit. Remember, a Viper is a single-man fighter. I am trying to just keep that aesthetic. Going into the engine airflow, which we're using the fuel tanks to use the secondary engines, and obviously the top engine. We've put a braking engine on because it does help. You can see them working, and as you're moving around, it is a cool little addition that you can have on your ship. These wings here are meant to resemble the auto cannons. We will put weapons on there. Obviously weapons can go on top and bottom, I believe. The camera decides to work. I'm pretty sure they can. Yeah, they can. So that will be our main guns, will probably be on there, and then we'll have something on top here. Not that the Viper, certainly not the Mark II, had tail guns, but you could even put something on the tail here. And when we've got the colours on, I think you'll see that it does resemble the beautiful Mark II Viper very, very closely. Or as much as is allowed with the restrictions of 40 meters and the habs and things. And part of the big thing about the Viper, it's an amazing little dogfighter. It's light, it's fast, it really throws its pilots around. Now, you don't fly like that in Starfield. You need a ship that is going to function. At least I do. I just want one ship. I don't want to be messing around with anything else. I've always wanted to just design one ship that I will use and will swap bits out, but the core, the resemblance of whatever you build is there, and you upgrade other bits as you go and make changes. I think once we get the colours on, I think this is going to look fantastic. So the shield is there. You can see we have the shielded cargo on either side, and then the main cargo down there just tucked away. And I think when you see that profile, you really get to see the inspiration of the Viper. You could, if you wanted to be more lore accurate, you could shunt the landing bay further back, because I think the middle strut is probably just above the cockpit, maybe around there, if we're being accurate. But what we do with the colours here, this gives it that beautiful little red tip on the end of the nose. I think I've picked the right one. So that's what I'm going for. And then obviously we build up to that beautiful little fin. So yeah, let's get some weapons on her, and then we'll slap some colours on. So weapon-wise, do weapons weigh anything? Weapons do weigh things, right? Okay. I didn't know that. That might cause us an issue. But the weapons that we went with is going to cause us an issue. Okay, we're going to be dropping that cargo. Weapons that I was going to... Actually, I've not seen that one before. But for the mass, that's pretty good. And we do have a C-class reactor, so we can run it. I mean, sure, why not? We're here to get the state of the art the best that we can. It's so funky. So we are going to stick the missiles there. And for the... I don't see the point in having 3 weapons if we don't need to. We were going to go for some sort of proton beam. I think it was... It was down here. Again, you can boost... It wasn't the gauze, you can boost these stats. It wasn't the gauze, was it? Pretty sure I had them written down somewhere. Wasn't a turret either. But it was a 4... It might have been that, you know. I don't think it was. It was a 4 rate of fire is all I remember, and I can't even see a 4 rate of fire on here. We have leveled up since then, but that shouldn't really change any of this, should it? It might have been that. No, I think it was that. Just do the quick, so that fires, let's say, 4 times, that's, we'll go with that. Because it's fast firing, and I want to constantly be peppering. That's kind of what I like about this. Let's copy these across. They are 2, right? No, they're max power 4, so we can only have 3. Maybe it was max power 4 that I thought of. To be fair, we only need 3. I knew you wouldn't like that. That breaks up the cone too much. You are just too big for that, aren't you? Tell you what, we'll put the missiles there. And as much as I want to have the guns on the wings, because that's how it was in the show, and I do love that show, let's put these on the bridge so we can hear them, we can feel them thumping as they fire. A little bit of Starfield modding. Right, so now let's address the cargo issue. In fact, we don't need to because we can strip these off. And to be honest, they don't add much other than covering up. Let's go back to the cargo drawing board. It's nice cargo, it's very nice cargo. But I want a fast ship. So what did we have? We had 720 for 130. That's not bad. That really isn't mad. 720. What was the 500? That's 116. So we're losing 170. It's chunky as well, isn't it? I suppose it fills that space in a little bit more. Oh, what if? How heavy was that? 152. $300 for 12. Just doing some quick math. What I wanted. What if? Because these seem to be pretty good, these cargo. And they're slim and they don't break the sleekness of the ship. So that's one too many. That gets us up to 1940, which is probably enough. Wait, how heavy are these? 56. Yeah, okay, shielded stuff is heavy, isn't it? There was some smaller ones that were light though, wasn't there? Where did that go? The shield's on the other side of that. Correct? You see, I'm trying to squeeze as much out as I can while keeping that mobility. I don't know why I'm so fixated on having that mobility at 100. But having a ship that had 55 mobility and how slow it felt. I am fixated on that, I'm afraid. I can't help it. Are they really that expensive? I thought I'd already bought all the cargo. I obviously hadn't. Okay then, for now we'll just get rid of... I think it goes on there. We'll get rid of the missile launchers. we'll just go with the proton beams, because I really like proton beams, and I forget to use missile launchers. Again, I was just going with what the ship had. So as we go, we can add weapons. As I get more money, we can add weapons. Let's do it. Spend the money. We may as well. That's why we earn it, right? Okay, we're broke again. Why is it like that, ship? There we go. Right, let's do the colours. Thank God the colours are free. So colour 1, I'm going to try and keep a little bit in keeping. We're going to put all of the colours onto that light grey that it would have. And we're going to select certain little bits. I think it's colour 2. We're going to whack up the saturation. And I think once we get the red right, I mean, it is about there. So let's accept that. And then again, just select, no, oh actually, select those, colour 3, keep the same. That's turning it the opposite way, hasn't it? Right, colour 1. There we go, much better. And now, will you change at all? No, I'm alright with that. Because it does have, if you've seen the ship, it does have that red stripe. I'm not as sold on it all the way over. Actually, I'm not overly sold on that. We'll just keep it there. I don't want to do too much. That's part of the problem with this. So these I want quite dark. And actually, I want the engines to be quite dark as well. So if we go black. I mean, it should really be a dark grey, but it is what it is. So you, and all of these, we're going to get a little bit of red on. Too far. It's always going to happen, wasn't it? You lot, you're going to be colour 1. You can't get it on. I think the other, when I was testing this, I had different landing gear and they would colour better, but I just prefer the look of these. That's maybe why. But again, we've got that little red stripe that goes up the fins. We're going to do the same thing here. Again, this isn't as finessed as it could be, but we're in Starfield, not Not Battlestar Galactica territory, obviously. And I don't want to overdo it, but I do like a little bit of colour on these. And the cockpit obviously needs to be... Oh, wrong button. Back. Give me this. Cockpit, we obviously want that to be quite dark. Because the cockpit is going to be basically glass from going by, well, the canopy, not glass, but toughened clear material, and then it's obviously grey. So we're going to go with that for the cockpit. The last little thing that I'm going to do is tweak. I like that the shielded cargo can change colour as well, that's quite cool. I'm going to bring a little bit of blackness to these, because that is meant to be an engine intake, if we're being completely honest. So there we go. It's not perfect, but I kind of like it. I think it's a pretty good representation, especially in the, you know, how we have to build with the Starfield stuff and the restrictions that we have without mods. Obviously mods would make this a little bit better. But yeah, that is the Argo, based on my beloved, absolutely beloved Viper. I just think it's just a beautiful design. I've always loved the Vipers. It isn't perfect. It doesn't do everything that you would want a ship to do. It would be a frigate if we were going to do that. I wanted something small and nimble, and I have pushed the cargo and the shields and everything has been built around, you know, squeezing out as much of the weight as we can compared to the mobility restriction, and wanting it to be at 100. Obviously top speed is less because we have a Class B engine in there. But let's have a little look, because I do believe there is a White Dwarf engine that gives you a higher top speed. I'd need to Google it and check it, and I don't want to mess around because I do like this ship. I haven't flown it yet. I've only test built with a few other bits because I couldn't find what I was looking for. I thought 300k would be enough to do this, but as I've gone through and looked at other vendors and things, I really have seen that there is a lot of upgrades as you level up, and we're about 5 levels off from when we last did one of these, which is obviously a big increase. I mean, look how sleek it is underneath. I do like that. It's, you know, I think that looks cool. And that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to build a ship that I think looks cool. I've always loved the Vipers. Is it perfect? No, absolutely not. But I'm very happy with it. So let's go have a little look around. Let's do a tour. Can you imagine if you could do single fighter builds in this? Can you just imagine how cool that would be? And obviously you've got your company branding along all of these. It'd be nice if you could hide those. But you obviously can't. You are restricted by what the game lets you do. The docker is in the, yep. So how it works is that first bay of engineering, because it's the 3x1, but the first bit is dedicated to splitting off and branching off into the other areas. I mean, yet again, we do have a little bit of overhang on the platform. That might always be a thing, I'm not entirely sure. You go in. You could make it shorter, the nose. But for me it needs that length. It's the length and how far the cockpit is basically sitting on the engines. That's what makes it. So you go in to the, I think it was the Hope Tech Armory, but it has a brig, which is why I wanted it, because it means for bounty hunting reasons, if they ever do bounty hunting in the game. I'm sure there's a mod that lets you do it. But you've got access to somewhere to just sling somebody in if you ever needed to. Then we're going to go into the infirmary. We have our beds, crash couches and things. All nice. Straight down into engineering. So we have our one ladder and then it branches off either side. So engineering, the hum of the engines. Nice little computer area here. I think this works quite well. I really like this. And for someone like me who gets lost in their own ship and doesn't want a load of ladders because they wind me up, we go straight in Docker and straight up. We have our workbenches because I'll be crafting a lot of things, and as we level up our crafting, the spacesuits, helmets, making outposts and things, it's going to be handy just to have mobiles of these in the ship. And then we go down here into the crew quarters.
Oh, pardon me.
Quite a nice one, nice little couches. It's probably your stomach, Barrett, it's always your stomach. Then the crash bed there. Is it two? No, it's just one, that's fine, it's not a bunk bed. So I like that, and again I like how the docker works with this ladder. You basically can't fall off. But we go down here, this is into the captain's armory, so this is my armory. My armory because I'm going to put spacesuits and things on there. Basically the Mantis. Anything else, there's a little desk there, some really cool stuff. But you've got these, and I prefer these to the other style. You've got these weapon racks that you can put things on show. Lockers, I don't think that you can use, they're just there for show. I mean, you can open them and stuff. And then lots of boxes to put weapons and ammo and things in. Don't put a helmet on there if you want to actually see it, because it morphs into the shelf. Which is slightly annoying. You can't pick it up, but you can put boost packs on there and things, so there is quite a lot of display space in the Nova one, which I think is quite nice. And then down into the... is it the Teo captain's quarters? What are you doing here? You're not the captain. With a big coffee machine. Nice bed, desk. And then you've got your navigation console for if you're not on the bridge, you want to be doing stuff. I quite like that as well. And then we go up to our bridge. So this should be the exact same as we've seen it previously. Obviously there's nothing else, no other ladders, no other way to go, just straight into the bridge. And this is the Deimos, the big beautiful Deimos 8 crew bridge. Not that I can take 8 crew, but as and when, if those skills are leveled up, captain's lockers, cargo hold, all that kind of thing. We are probably over on the cargo. Actually we're not. We're at 3,000, which must mean that we have the same amount of cargo as we did on the previous iteration of the Argo. And there's so much stuff in here that I need to sell, get rid of and sort out. So yeah, I like the look of that. Should we take her for a spin? Obviously, crew and things, there's a navigational console there, so if you are in battle or people want to do things while you're flying, there's a little bit of social space here as well. Not that you'll ever see in game, and I fly in third person, so you see the ship. Anyway, that's cool. I just need to make some money to put some missile launchers on here, and we'll be laughing, won't we? Should we take off? The inaugural flight of the Argo.
Say your last goodbyes.
Oh, we'll be back, don't worry.
Orbit achieved.
Okay, so obviously shields need to be at max to give us our full 1500 shield. We may as well max up the engines as well. We do have 2 left over, which may as well go on the grav drive, so there's always something in there. as we get more weapons and things, we will level this out a little bit, but that's where we are. We're running at 180. We can boost up to 670. I think it looks good. I love seeing this in space. And even in this sweet spot that gives you, I think the game was the perfect mobility. You're still looking around 85, 90 speed. Okay, should we go find some trouble? Alike. Okay, the grav drive is slow when you only have 2 in it.
Drive is spinning down. Jump was smooth as butter.
Okay. So if we need to jump, I'm going to put a couple in already. Why are you flashing? So these are level 4, I think they're all level 14. Yeah.
You have met your doom.
I like this fire rate.
Jump drive.
I think we just clipped a rock, but it's fine.
Enemy's jump drive is offline.
Shields are down. We got him, Captain.
You want to play chicken? I mean, this feels nice.
Took out their grav drive. They must be sweating brakes. Shields down.
It feels nippy. I would prefer them to be on the right trigger. Or maybe they'll always be on the left. Well, we got them, and I don't even think they broke through the shield. I don't know how much of a test that was, in all honesty, because they were a lower level ship. Where's the rest of you? Oh, I like how it feels. I like how it looks. I like how it feels. This is the ship that it has everything that I would want in a ship. Anything else we can build at an outpost. In fact, most of this we can probably build at an outpost as well. But I wanted something nimble, I wanted something that looked cool, and why not base it on my favourite fighter in all of sci-fi? Oh yeah, I like it. I do like it. And as we spec into weapon skills, and things like that, it will only get stronger. And I'm sure as we level up we'll get better weapons. I don't know how long we would keep so much power in our weapons. Not our weapons, in our engines. But the shield's held. She's quick, she's nimble. She can turn on a dime. Yeah, I like this. For once, I feel like I actually have a ship that I really like the look of. That I've built, I've designed and done. And alright, I haven't really designed it, I've taken inspiration from a completely other franchise. Oh, I like it.
I'm going in.
The chords are right on the money.
Oh, we've got some stuff going on. Let's go join the fight. ruined something.
Grav drive on a commission.
This is the Freestar Collective vessel. Please respond. We really showed Ecliptic. I think we had it covered, but I expect some people owe you their lives. Any way we can repay you?
I would love some credits because this ship has cost me a lot, and it just saved your lives.
Hope this helps you out.
Thank you,
Stay here,
Panam.
you haven't all day. Fly safe.
Let's go after this guy. He's about, well no, he's not our level, he's level 35, I think.
Gonna tear that ship apart!
You can try.
Target's grav drive is down.
Enemy's shield system is
Wow.
offline.
So sorry, folks.
That was pretty quick. I was not expecting it to be that quick. It'd be nice if I could take 4 of them, but they are power 4, so they are maxed out with 3. I don't think so, mate. Oh, this is more of a challenge. Somebody at our level. I mean, these...
Grav drive out.
We just tore through him. Wow. Because there seems to be quite a lot of activity here. Oh, we have our friend Rock. Pet Rock? Pet Rock is back. It found us, even in our new ship.
Let's do this.
Yes! Yes! And we're hitting all the debris.
Target's sitting there with no grav drive now. Target shield direct.
And it's over.
Was that it?
Unknown vessel, please respond.
I love how quick this is.
For UC SysDef.
Okay, refinement time, because we have a little bit of... well, I say a little bit of credits. We have some credits now. There's a few things that I want to do. Yeah, okay. So... I want to change this up slightly. That only connects there, doesn't it? So let's swap out that for that. Let's put you there. Put you there. I am actually going to change that hub for one of them, just to go in with the more sort of curved aesthetic. What are we at? 33. 33. I can't remember which breaker it is, but there's a... I think it's a Stroud. There's a nice... yeah. We have that up on the back. I'm going to put a breaker like that on. In fact, what's the Demos breaker like? I mean, that works because you sort of have a bit of the stripe and things, and you can make it color-wise, you can make it fit, but I don't know, I don't love it. It's maybe a bit wide. Yeah, it's definitely a bit wide. And I think a breaker sort of fits with the style. Yeah, that's definitely more like it. And we could maybe even... yeah, I think that's more like it. So what if you go there? Why are we so much shorter? You know what? Are we really that... That doesn't make sense to me. It was a Stroud. Let's have that one. Just looking at the nose, it's further back. That puts us straight onto the... Straight onto engineering. Would that be so much of a problem? It's made it real short. But that could mean we could redesign these wings. If we get rid of that, and that sits there, which is more in line under the bridge, more in line with the actual design of the ship that we're basing this on. We could have infirmary, we could have workshop. This isn't going to work, is it? Oh, apparently it does. Is that a shorter? Right, okay. Oh, interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Because the workshop doesn't really do anything. All the workshops are the same. What if we went with the top? Just to get a bit of that curve at the front. I like that infirmary. This is the only problem. Certainly not changing that, but that's where the cockpit goes anyway. What errors have we got? Unattached modules is there. What's unattached? The wing? Oh yeah, that makes sense actually. So then how do I redesign this? That's my only other question. I don't want to make the wings shorter because the wings are really the perfect length. It's exactly 40 meters as well, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I'm worried about this mobility now. We still have our top mobility, and I was wanting to play around with the weapons. So we've talked about missile launchers. Yeah, that's where it goes because we've extended this. I don't need to add another berth. We don't need that. I mean, the other option is we keep that, we do that. Let's just duplicate that for a second. So that will definitely do that. But that's heavy. And it's nice, but do I need it? Because part of me has been thinking of adding, I knew that's heavy. I would love the description to give you more detail. How much damage does that do? That does 41. It's 1.5 and it does 41. Because I was thinking of having a couple of, instead of the missile launcher, I was thinking of doing this. So you would be 8. And you would be 6. We should have enough for it. And just hoping that these don't actually add any weight. That would send us over. One. It's one out. It's 48. 255. Is that really 255? This is tougher than it should be. I mean, we've added a whole extra hab, which we don't need. Habs are all the same weight, aren't they? This is just perfect, though. Like, it all works so well. I mean, that bit doesn't, because it's a little high. Why are you a little high? Oh, because you've jumped up. No, you would. That's why it's jumped up. So I put the wrong hab on. I've just figured out a way that we can do it if I remember once I've done this. Tayo. Onion top B. All in one. And then there. Is that right? Are they level? Yeah, they're level. Right, so the actual design on this is, we are scraping for weight here, aren't we? You can tell. Let's put them on the underside. Let's put them on the overside. So I don't know if losing, because I had these guns powered up all the time, I don't know if adding these is better, but they strip shields really quickly. And then that would just come in for the finisher, the gauze cannons, and they do big hull damage. They are slower firing. Unattached modules. Let's see what it is. Yeah, so how we get that mobility back is we just... Actually, you wouldn't happen to go on there, would you? No, I want that. Because, and I've got a really little Viper here. Beautiful little thing. And it's highly detailed. And that isn't perfect. That one does attach on the end though. Right, hold on. How does that sit? That's kind of it. That is kind of it, and it does pull the line down there. It might be better. No, we are... Wow, we are so high now. So, on the little model that I've got, the guns are basically right on the edge there, which we couldn't do with that, but the guns are also just past. And this doesn't have to be perfect. I think that works. I think that works more in line because... I mean, the other option is if we just try this. Because that works with the extra wing. It works. It works already. So what we would do then... Let's just move you. We would have you attached to you. We'd flip... No. We would flip you, which gives us the illusion of the gun. And I'd actually just sit the guns on top. And then I can get rid of that structural part. Keep doing that. So let's do that with you. Here's gauze cannon, and then, yeah. And then we get rid of that. Then you go up there. And you would go there. Out of interest. That doesn't break it. Right, okay, so I still get my 3. Oh, this is so silly. I am just pushing it so much just to get that little bit extra. And it doesn't work in this. I mean, if I was going to do this, you would probably want to pull these out like that, just to give the illusion of the wing design. I mean... Oh, now we're on... It does sort of layer in like that, but... I don't love it. And that's turning it more into the Normandy than anything else. Nope, I'd rather have you there. I'd rather have you like that. There. Because it gives the illusion of it from the side profile. I actually think that's better. I actually think that works better. I think that wants to be grey, and I think that wants to be grey. Do that again. Select you, select you. Colour 1, 2. You don't need to leave any red on it. That'll do. I would love to see any part of you turn red. What's that? That's colour 1. Oh, okay, so if colour 1 turns red, then that just gives the extra... If you know the model, if you know the ship, you'll see what I'm sort of going for. You... as well. Can we just... but then it's not all red. That sort of works because it gives you the illusion of it. The engines as well, I know that we went black for a reason. I don't love them being black, I'm gonna be honest. Let's go with the grey just to match it all in. Yeah, I think that looks better. And obviously that has the red, it has the red on the side, but it's not fully red, so it gives the illusion of a stripe coming up, round. It is straight up over these. So how about we do that and we break it up with that? Yeah, because the stripe is straight up the back of the engines. And then we've slightly changed this, but I think the profile fits better. I think I'm going to move you forward 1, and I think that sort of sits about where the landing gear would be, and it is a single landing gear there. I mean, they're all single landing gear on that, on the Viper, because it's a small fighter, and that works. I like this. I would like to get some red on these somewhere. That's too much. We go all red, and then we can just slowly bring it back. Let's do it individually. So you colour 2. I'm okay with that. But colour 3 is going to be... well, we'll keep you red. I mean, we could go full red. It isn't full red, it is just a stripe. No, we'll go with that. Then you, colour 3, definitely red. Potentially red. Right, so it's a one and done colour, isn't it? That is a stripe though. Oh, you know what? Let's do it. Let's be a little bit more faithful to the design. Because this stuff doesn't need to connect onto anything. We're just going to go all in one. Not all in one, we're going to go infirmary. Is an infirmary. Nova infirmary. Let's do that. Let's put you in. We'll keep the tip of you red. Just because. So we'll select both of those. Colour 1. No. It's colour 2 and it's colour 3, isn't it? Then that gives us a bit of a red stripe, but it also keeps the grey. We have red underneath. Oh man. Oh man, you're causing me problems. Bottom. That's top. No, that's what is it? It is an infirmary and it is a workshop. Does this give us a red stripe? God, it does as well. Right, perfect. Workshop, workshop, infirmary, infirmary. Will that connect? I mean, it doesn't need to, it just needs to. And then you've got the curve of the underneath and then the red on the top. Yeah, okay. Okay. We're getting there slowly. That bit and that bit definitely need to be red. And that bit. I mean, the stripe doesn't start at it is the tip of the nose, and then it starts, the stripe starts a little bit further on. So actually that's quite true to it. Surprisingly. Errors weapons, we have 100 mobility, we have extra weapons, we have 3, still have our 3, and then we have an extra bit of punch with the Gauss cannons. I'm just going to take these. It isn't that, is it? It's that. Yeah, I'm just going to darken that up a bit. And this. I'm just going to tweak a touch. I think that's it. I think it's almost perfect. Which are you? Oh, it needs to connect. Yeah, of course it does. All in one, down to the living quarters. What does a tile living quarters look like? There was one other thing I wanted to do. If this drops the mobility, I will scream. I wanted to put a window in engineering. So while you're in engineering, you can look out and see the stars. How many of these can we have? Six, 7, 8, 7. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. 4, 5, 6, 7. No. No, 7. 8 technically, so we can go up to 72. That's shielded. That's 72. $225, $240. But it's 72 from that, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so that doesn't work. What's 8 onto there? 56. 56. That's shielded again. I mean, we're doing okay for cargo. What's that? That's 500 and some. Get rid of that for a second. So we've got 64. $128. 160. What does it say? 128. 128. $176 for 176. 6 825 176. $176. That'll be way over. I'm happy with the cargo on this. It just means I have to sell frequently, which I do anyway. And I like how it just slots in on the opposite sides of everything. Obviously we have our shield there. What I might do is just see if we can colour change, which we can. Yeah, okay. I don't think we need to. I actually like it darker. So let's do that. It's fine. Honestly, it's not the end of the world. So gauze cannons are on left. The photon beams are on right. We are missing a weapon slot. Actually. What did we figure out it was? 7. You know what weighs 7? It's bloody overkill, this ship, innit? But where does it go? Can I have another one? I mean, I almost can. I do not accept. I do not accept. You can put a missile launcher on the landing bay. No, no, no. So it won't let me do it. I would absolutely love to put it there, but it just doesn't fit. It makes me so sad. What power is it? It is power 4. I mean, is there a way? I don't know where I'd want to put it. I don't even know where the ship has them. I know it can have them, I just don't know where it does have them. That's a porthole. That's an equipment plate. I'm gonna... No, you see, that's too much. Whereas a giant missile launcher isn't. You know what I'm going to do? We're playing in the Starfield logic here. Let's put it there. And in honor of the Mark 7, let's have a tail gun as well. It's not like the cockpit opens and we get out. This is a much bigger ship. In fact, yeah, let's put you there, and let's put you... That makes more sense, doesn't it? And then for some stupid reason we have 3 weapons on this thing. It still has 100 mobility. And is it bankrupting me? Oh, no, we still have 40k left for the first time in a shipbuilding record. I mean, this is part 10. You'd hope I'd learned something. We need to play around with power and things. Obviously, the grav drive would not be maxed out. So I actually think we're going to be okay. And I have one more skill to take in reactor. So we can probably fly around with max shield, max mobility, and max weapons, which is why I don't want to overstack it. I want a good range of weapons, I want a good selection of weapons, and we maybe upgrade those over time. But what I don't want is like just stuff sitting there that can't have more power. I want everything to run at max power except the grav drive, which we just take from engineering, and from the engines. We whack into the grav drive and then we can jump. I think that's it. I honestly think with a few liberties and Starfieldifications, that is it. One last thing I want to check out. Is that too much? Is it? Well, we absolutely can't have that. I think it is. I hate myself for saying it, but I think it is. Is it 100%? No. It isn't, in all honesty. It sadly isn't. But is it as near as damn it? Yes. No, that's totally wrong. Color 2 wants to be red. I was trying to get some red on the sides. There is red on the sides, right? Perfect. Yeah, I think that is a Viper. From behind, yes, the engines are the wrong shape, but I've been playing around with the Starfield stuff. Trying to just make it right. I am going to red these up. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is as refined, as close to a Battlestar Galactica Viper Mark II as I can get at this moment in time with the tools that I have. I think the subtle changes here, yes, in the front profile, it doesn't necessarily show off properly, but in the side profile, it really does. And from that angle, with a few liberties taken on things like the turret gun, which wasn't on the Mark II, the giant missile launchers on top of the bridge, and just the placement of some of these little Stroud caps and things. I think that is our baby. I think that is the Argo. What I might do, because the Viper pilots' names was on the side of the ship. So you had Apollo, you had Starbuck. They were all. It was a nickname. Instead of this being the Argo, it is just going to be Argo. That is our pilot name, I guess, now in Battlestar Galactica terms. But we're playing Starfield, so it's fine. The money is spent. The paint has dried. Our Mark II Argo is ready to fly with super beefed up weapons. And again, we will change it as we go down the line. We will tweak things. Maybe we tweak engines, which would mean we can take a little bit more weight. We can get more cargo on. Look, I'm more happy with this than I was at the start, and you know how happy I was at the start. I think this is just an absolute beautiful ship. I'm so happy with how it's turned out. I think moving the landing bay back not only adds a little bit more in tune with the actual ship itself, but flipping the habs, giving us that red stripe down the front side there along the top. I think it has all just come together very nicely. We already know it's fast, we already know it's mean, and now it's just got extra guns, and it's got a whole extra hab, so we have more room to play with. There's more crew room. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with this. It's exactly what I think. It's exactly the ship that I wanted to have. It doesn't have a billion cargo, which I think a ship needs. But again, I'm taking the payload skills as and when we level up and get there, and that will help. I think I'm level 2 on it, and there's 4 levels. So, but this is just. It's exactly what I wanted. It's what I didn't know I wanted. But then I think secretly I always did. And it just looks mean, it looks keen, and it's gonna tear through some pirates. In fact, we'll do, because we have changed a few things, we'll do a quick ship tour, but I've just come off the console, having rebuilt this, and I am met with this stunning nose. I could maybe change those, but we don't need to now. These also have little ports and thrusters and things, which is cool. Mean looking guns. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that engine and how the engine looks. Happy with the colours. It really does look like it has that angled stripe that the Mark IIs do have. See the engines and things. Beautiful. We got a little window there which we still kept. I thought I got rid of that. Yeah, that's good. That works. Yeah, okay, yeah. And then let's have a little look on the inside. So you will come in, you should be in the armory.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
We're at the back of the armory as well. So we go then through. No, we're at the front of the armory. Yes, because this is engineering and up to the bridge. So we go through, we have our all-in-one extra storage, nice.
Lab tech cheating?
Yeah, I mean, it does, right? It's got everything you need. It's a little battered and worn, but it's fine. This one hasn't changed. No, that's fine. Yeah, so that's good. The captain's side hasn't changed at all. So we would then go down here. This will take us into our infirmary. Oh, you know what?
Anything I can help you with, Captain?
They're not bad crash couches. I mean, that can shove off over there. Research station. Yes, this ain't half bad. And then
Yeah, what is it?
into our... I prefer that layout, you know? I much, much, much prefer that layout of those workbenches as well. There isn't a research station, but that's fine because there's one right there. We've got all of our workbenches. Oh yeah, this is spot on. This is absolutely spot on. The only thing I'd maybe change is that all-in-one. But I'm so rarely going to be in there, and if it really does bug me... Oh, my stuff has disappeared from there. Has my stuff appeared in here then? Oh, we've got all the duplicate stuff because we've done a ship thing, and it's added all of this crap back into the ship after I sold it all. Yeah, it's all in there. Right, I will, I'll mess around with all that later. Oh, I really want to go shoot something. Let's watch it take off. Yeah, that works. That works. Absolutely. I think I will change that hab. That all-in-one. Because it doesn't matter what colour it is. Just as long as it connects. And it looked a bit crap, didn't it? You know, actually those colours are they're pretty spot on.
Engine's purring. Let's do this.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Hell of a view from here.
Oh, we have pirates? Right, grab drive, get out of there. We've lost some ability by having Right, let's get rid of you. Let's do that. Okay, so maybe we could have got rid of some of the weapons. So left is our that's missiles still. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm just getting used to where the weapons are.
Target's jump system down.
Yeah, so right trigger is the... Right, we need to change that. This is cool, flying through an asteroid field taking on bounty hunters. This is amazing.
And their grab drive. Nice! That ruined their shields.
We're in orbit.
Here we go.
Next.
Bam! Their shields are gone.
Grab drive disabled.
Come here, you.
Target's grab
I don't think the
shield
gauze
is
cannons
online.
really add anything, I'm going to be honest. I mean, we got that one. That's about a defender, we'll have him as well then.
Enemy jump
That
drive
just took out
online.
their shields. Yes! Their grab drive is out of commission.
What does that do? That missed. I just love these.
Enemy shield
Down goes their grab drive.
I'm not loving these gauze cannons, to be honest. Any bounty hunters that come after us, they're going to get it with this ship. They're absolutely going to get it. Alright, so let's... A lot of this stuff's Teo. Nova. Nova, all in one. And then we'll sort your colours out. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, and then we were going to change... What? What if that? What if that? That, but then it is far forward. From a front profile, no, we're sticking with that. That works. We're sticking with that. Right, so what we're gonna do? Yeah, you. Right there, you. How heavy are you? You're 6. We're gonna get rid of you. We're gonna get rid of you. They do good damage, but I don't love them. So I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one there. So we've lost the gauze cannons completely. I prefer that. Yeah, I like that they stick out a little bit. We've lost the gauze cannons completely. I'm going to bring you... kind of like you there, though. So we've gone double up on the missile launchers. We've gone... I mean, to be honest, I was super happy with the proton beams anyway. It might only say 15 hull shield, but it's the same on both, which is huge, and it's the fire rate. They fire so fast, and they just keep chugging on by, and just absolutely destroying stuff. I mean, we'll have a little look at... I don't even know where I'd start. Is it alpha beams? Is that what it would be? So we'd be looking at... But they're heavy. They're a slow fire rate. They're all a slow fire rate. That might be the 4 that I was looking at on 19. And it does do more damage. You know, 19 is better than 15, but... let's just have a little look. I mean, first up, just from a design aesthetic, I do prefer those. It's an alpha beam. It has less, it does more damage. It uses less power. So you could have 4 of those as opposed to 3 of those. I just prefer the look of these. And they do, and the fire rate is so much better. And then we have 2 missile pods underneath. So, I mean, we could have missile pods there, we could put the missile pods there. I think we keep them underneath. Just for a laugh. It's not like we're trying to hide them, they're just hidden. And alright, it's only 2 weapons. I ideally want the proton beams on the right trigger, because that is where my brain says main weapon is. So what if we did that? What if we did that? We're missing a weapon, that's fine. I mean, if it's that much of a problem... Like, what are these? Oh, that's just what I've got. I love that fire rate. I think that fire rate is amazing. And it leans in for me to think that there's another level up, because that's Starship Design 3. Mind you, that's Starship Design 4. And that's worse. Oh, but that's an auto beam. Oh. I mean, the other option is we drop the missile launchers. And we have another, we have 3 of those as well. which is a slower fire rate, but it does more damage. But it is just proton beams. It's all I mean, yeah. I mean, we could. We could get rid of them. It still amuses me that you could, if you wanted to, you could put them on a landing bay. So what would that do? I mean, it's clear that I don't like money, isn't it? We'd need 47 power. And I think the max we're going to hit is 3940 without taking on any crew for... No, let's stick with that. We'll throw missiles on just for a laugh. And then we've got our 3 fast-firing auto-proton beams. And then if we need some super big, hard-hitting damage, we've got 2 lots of missile launchers. We changed that hab out for a Hope Tech. What if we went Nova? And then that whole side is just Nova. No, we'll have a bit of variation. I mean, it never hurt anyone, did it? So this is going to cost me almost... Oh, wow, we've spent so much money on these builds. It's worth it, though, because I just love the look of this ship. And I'm hoping that that has got it on the right triggers. We're in. I mean, the fact that I still have almost 6,000 credits is kind of amazing.
Your ship is way bigger than Dad's.
This is the same. Just a different colour. That's just the same, but darker. No, we're having it Nova. Because that just... I hate that seat. As you walk in and you see a battered old seat. That's going. That'll go there. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be absolutely fine. I mean, again, it's costing me money to change a hab that we've only just put on. Surely there's like a 5-minute money back guarantee or something. Yeah, I love that wing. I much prefer that wing to how we tested it previously. That's absolutely what we wanted. So you come on the ship and you are automatically facing the way to the bridge. No. We want to go through the brig to get to the bridge. Right, that's right, fine. I'll get that right in my head. Oh, so much nicer.
What's on your mind?
Wait, what? Is this not Nova? Yeah, it is. That research station is amazingly cool. Is that actually a research station? That's so cool. Same bed.
Lay it on me.
So they have a table, they have a navigation console in here. So we can, because they, you know, the crew have their own things. They do stuff. We have 2 beds for 4 crew. 5 crew. I have my own bed, but you can all shove off of that. Obviously you'll take it in rotation. I do like this engine room. I like this engine room a lot. I can't remember which one it was. And then obviously the little lookout out the back. That's a very nice engine room. And then you've got the captain's quarters, and this has probably removed all of my weapons that I put on the racks, and yeah. Don't mind that desk. I do like that storage facility there. I just love having these mannequins. And then the captain's quarters.
You've got something for me?
No, but get out of my captain's quarters. And I like that I have this giant navigation console in the captain's quarters as well. Yes, it's overkill having 3 navigation consoles on the ship, but 1 on the bridge for when people on the bridge are needing to do stuff. I wouldn't always be flying this ship. So we've got the big one on the bridge in the middle here. We've got one in the captain's quarters because the captain will be plotting, and I like that they're all different as well. The captain will be plotting his own stuff as and when we're doing our own quests. And one in the pleb lounge. It's not called the it's called the pleb lounge now. For everyone else when they're doing their own stuff.
Strats retracting. Let's get out of here.
I wish there was coving, and is it coving? I suppose it is coving that you could put on to finish to smooth off the edges and things.
Orbit achieved. Stabilizing.
Right, let's whack you up.
Done.
Let's max you out over missiles, because missiles are very much a secondary thing. Alright then, let's test her out. Oh, that is our missiles. Right, okay. Wow. I just very much love these.
Back, pick up your crab drive.
Nice! They just lost their grab
Kiss your
drive.
shields goodbye.
Right, where are they? Are you a bounty defender?
Marks don't have the pay. Guess you couldn't help because the bounty on.
Yeah. That is no, that's the UC. Where are the bounty hunters? I want them as well. Cowards have just run off, haven't they? What are the UC doing here? Right, so missiles are on right trigger. That's but then that worked for that fight. I love how it handles. Straight into an asteroid, but I love how it handles. It's quick. It's nimble. We should get, what did I say, another 2 or another 3 to go in our reactor. I think it's another 2. Well, they can go into missiles to make them quicker. Does feels very nice. It feels like you can swing it around corners. Alright, we probably just died there. But it's fast, it packs a punch. The missiles are a nice touch. slow are they on the recharge? They are quite slow. But then again, that's not really a problem, because they don't need to be quick, because I'm hardly going to use them unless there's something really tanky and we just get through its shields and we need to pop a... We need to pop some heavy hitters on. Might change them around in the controls.
Your cords are right on the line.
Anything? Okay, I remember what mission we were doing. I've been messing around with this too much. That's fine. I'm happy to strip power out of the engines to go into the grav drive. It's virtually the same thing anyway. And how quickly it just comes round. Yeah, I like this. And you can see as we move around, you can actually see the nose cone. The thrust is firing. Does pick up speed pretty fast as well. Considering we're basically throwing her around, turning her, putting her in reverse, it really does. Really does feel good. Yeah, I'm proud of this ship. Proud of the ship. I think it's beautiful. I think it works very well. The only thing that I'll change is the missiles. So far. I like everything else. Actually, the fact that they're two Nova... The second habs on the wings. The two Nova. It sort of works. It leans into the aesthetic a little bit. Yeah, well, there you go. We have a Viper, a Colonial Viper. And I actually think, as you're swinging the nose around, the nose does look better without the landing bay being right at the front. That's pretty. Just how the light from the sun just falls through the asteroids as we slowly make our way through. Like, some of the things in this game are just fantastic. Like, what it does, everything it does badly, it does something else really well.
How you doing, Sweet Pea?
Well, I'm okay. But I'd be a lot better if...
Don't say books.
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book allowance.
You know me so well, Dad. So,
Yeah, I like
what
this.
do you say?
I like this ship.